As promised, this is part 2 of our review of our East to West Alita 23TK 2024. It sits on the Transit 350 HD all-wheel drive. We selected the all-wheel drive because of the places that we go, and the Transit fits a 6'4" individual like myself. So we're going to do a review on the inside and the different additions that we made to the Alita, just to make our world much better. Okay, moving on the inside of the Alita, I'm going to show you the step area. We like these because it doesn't have the automatic steps that come out with the motor. That's just something that's going to break on you. These are built right into the system. And right underneath here is the battery compartment. Right now it has 2 deep cell, probably AGM batteries, which will soon be replaced by a minimum 300 amp hour lithium battery. I believe I mentioned before, it has a 200 watt solar panel on top, and here's the solar controller. Your battery shut off, awning control, and the awning light. As we walk in, you will see that the slide is in. We took out the dining table system that wouldn't work for us, and I modified these tables in order to work any way that we need them. Right now the slide is in, and this is how we're able to live while we get the slide fixed for the 3rd time. If we did have the table in here, there wouldn't be enough room for it and with the slide in, because the pedestals are actually just underneath the couch. Our kitchen area. We got a nice deep sink, an extension, and then we come over here, and this is our induction cooktop. Now, I would have much rather they would have cut the access hole here that the induction cooktop would have actually set in. It would have helped with our counter space and not having to move this thing off the counter and we put it on the couch or someplace. And it would have been nice to have it actually inside, but I guess they were thinking, ooh, you could take this thing outside and put it on a picnic table and cook outside if you wanted. But we're dealing with it as it is, and we've been putting out some pretty good dinners and breakfast, so I can't really fail them, except for the fact, little attention to detail. Currently, our overhead cab sleeping area we're using for storage has ample space for all our stuff, and yes, you could actually sleep up here. It has a kid-proof screen to keep the little bodies from rolling out. I believe this will handle up to 500 pounds, and but right now we are using it for storage as we travel. Now the control box or control panel area is a little bit confusing in my opinion. Yeah, you got all the different labels, but for instance, here is the generator control button. In order to start this thing, you have to actually push it down to stop, to prime, for about 30 seconds, let it go, and then it'll start. And in order to stop it, yes, you push it again to stop it. Not really sure what they have to start there, but it works that way too. So I guess once it's warmed up, you can just start it without having to prime it. The other thing that doesn't really make sense to me is why they have the gas button here and not next to the actual Fugatti tankless on-demand water heater that is actually inside the bathroom, which I will show you right now. This is a pretty cool design, I gotta admit. When you open up both doors, you actually have a pretty decent size shower, sink, and toilet. We added these nice little bins, galvanized metal bins, to help with corrosion. So we have a good way of just living the way we need to live. Now, the Fugatti. The Fugatti instant water heater is actually pretty cool. You have to get used to it. What you do is once you turn it on, you take and you set your temperature. I like 105, my wife likes 95. Once you've got it set, all you do is turn on the hot water. Do not mix it with the cold water. Turn on the hot water, let it run. The flame ignites, it starts up the heating process very quickly, and you enjoy your shower. Any temperature adjusting you need to do it on the Fugatti control panel. It works very easy and the water stays consistent. It's just something you have to get used to, but you adapt very quickly. Going into our bedroom, we did a few modifications back here. One, you see this little step up right here. And underneath the step up is our Bouge RV power station that we use when we are boondocking. This controls my CPAP. Unfortunately, yes, I use a CPAP. But what's really cool, what you see here are two mattresses. We have it set up in the twin bed configuration. You could actually move this whole thing. You can move this whole thing to be an entire king bed. But we have it set up in a twin configuration. My mattress is an IKEA plush mattress, and my wife's is a firm IKEA mattress. Also, we removed the big television they have back here. We removed it and added a hanging system for extra clothes right onto it, and we fit very comfortably back here. Again, I am 6'4", and I sleep very comfortably in my plush bed with no issues whatsoever. We found it smart that they actually put the air conditioning unit inside the bedroom. It really helps with white noise, but this is a ducted system throughout, and it works very well. The temperatures here are super mild and actually quite nice. What we also like is right now, you'll see here, this is a skylight that we covered up just because the sun is just so powerful coming in here that it presents a lot of glare. Right here is a max fan that does work on a remote, but we have it covered just so we keep all the nice cool air in here. Inside the bathroom, I failed to mention that there is also another skylight above the shower. And yes, I fit very nicely in this shower. So the big selling points that really grabbed us was, number one, it is all-wheel drive. And for the many places that we go to, especially our homesteads, we need the all-wheel drive. The other ones, of course, is the fact that I am this tall. I can comfortably fit in the cab for driving, and the seats do swivel completely around coming into the living area. Also, the beds that I also fit comfortably in, and the shower. The other selling point is the fact that with the slide in, we can use the entire RV for living. So this has been kind of the quick review of our Alita, that for the most part we do enjoy it very much, but there is some issues that we're about to get handled when we get back to Ocala. So look forward to part 3 to see if we get this slide fixed, because that's our next stop.